Here we go. Here we go. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, guys. And we're back for a second stream of the day with lots of action, lots of price volatility today. Today's been an amazing trading day and just tons of action in the altcoins, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum. We are getting exciting here with what is happening. So we're going to be covering what has been happening with Bitcoin, what's been happening with Ethereum, and where could some of these altcoins be going here in the near future, guys. So if you guys are not smashing those likes yet, definitely go do so. Start smashing those likes, hit that subscribe, and let's get it rocking and rolling here. Appreciate everybody in here, guys. Look at this sea of green, baby. Let's get excited. We got Uniswap up 24.2% today. Lido up 10.3%. Good old fart coin. Who doesn't like a good old up 15.6% today. Aave up 9%. Pudgy Penguins up 12%. But where's our boy? Our boy Ethereum. Look at this boy. It might be only up 5%. And that might not be exciting to you. But let me tell you, this thing closing above 27.11 is going to be one of the most exciting things that we have seen in a very long time for crypto. CVO in the house, says the Robe King. Well, bro, good to see you, brother. Appreciate you being in here. Good to see you, man. Appreciate everybody in here. Ethereum. Come on, Ethereum. We still got about, 39 minutes left before closing the day today, and we are still above 27.11. Hypercritical for this thing to close above 27.11. So before we even dive into Bitcoin, let's just dive right into Ethereum and what has been happening over there. So Ethereum right now, oh no, I think there's a little something you might see here. Nope, that's not for you guys. That's still a secret. Can't see that. That's a little secret indicator I'm working on. No. All right. Let's jump out here and let's take a more macro view of what is happening. Look at this bad boy. Look at him. Look at this bad boy. ETH is doing the breakout dance, baby. Doing the breakout dance. Look at this big old green daily candle all the way up at 27.94. We have been trying to get through this level throughout the month of May. Rejected on the 13th, rejected on the 14th, 23rd and 24th. Back over on the 29th, again rejected. And finally getting here the potential. We have 37 minutes left to close this green candle above 27.11. Didn't mean to do that either. We have not been above this level on a daily candle for Ethereum since back in February of 2025. So it's been a good little old while to be above here. Why is it so important for Ethereum to close above here? Let me tell you guys why it's so important for Ethereum to close above 27.11. We are finally breaking through some major resistance, right? Obviously, we've been held down below it all a month of May. And not only are we breaking through resistance, but we're running for our next big load of targets above 2,900 to 3,182 for Ethereum. Up above here, right, we have the 2,900 area, which is basically the value area high for Q1. It's a daily untapped average as well. Then we have weekly averages, weekly MPOC, yearly pivot, all between 3,000 and 3,165, along with a gold pocket at 3,169 from the local highs back in December time, right, to the lows of April. We got the gold pocket smacked right in the middle of these targets right here, which is a super critical area for Ethereum to get above. I'm not saying we're going to smash through 3,100 on the first try. There's definitely could be some resistance there. Would not be surprised. We come back, retest 2,700, right? Retest 2,900, hopefully, and continue moving up. But nonetheless, once we can get through 3,100, we are finally going to be coming back to the 2024 ultimate nemesis for Ethereum, which is $4,000. $4,000 is the ultimate nemesis of 2024 for Ethereum. Why do I say this? Well, Ethereum got rejected 3 times in 2024, right? We had major rallies, Bitcoin hitting $100,000, all kinds of craziness in altcoins, and Ethereum in March of 2024 got rejected. In May of 2024, front ran it by less than $50. In December, twice in 2024, December got rejected once again from the $4,000 area. Once we can finally get above that, we're running for new all-time highs, baby. And that's when the real exciting part begins. So I appreciate everybody in here. I appreciate everybody smashing those likes. We'll be jumping into the chat in just a second. Somebody says, altcoin season coming. If Bitcoin dominance goes 4% down, we are in. Bitcoin dominance is on the drop right now, baby. It is on the down. Let's go, right? Bitcoin dominance as of yesterday was above 64.73%, and today we have been dropping down to 64.05, allowing Ethereum, allowing some of these altcoins to breathe and finally step away from the crushing pressure of Bitcoin, right? That being said, Bitcoin dominance still needs quite some ways to go. We need to drop down below 63.3%, start falling back into this Q1 range, right? And continue pushing lower, hopefully below 61%, heading towards this 59 to 58% would be fantastico for Bitcoin dominance so that Ethereum and these altcoins can rally. Now, let's jump back over to Bitcoin. Let's give a little recap of what's happened on Bitcoin's price action throughout the day today, right? A lot of price volatility, So overall in the day today, right, we have had some major price action. We started out the day around, right around here was this morning, stock market open. Guess what happened, guys? We ran it all the way up to the London high this morning as the stock market was beginning to open. We swept this area, got rejected off the London high, and guess what? That was also the previous all-time high. I dropped into a short at that point in time. I signaled the crypto citadel, hey, it's time to short. Took the short at that point in time, put my stop loss, hit our first TP, and guess what? We went through all the 3 TPs, closed out for $417, 16% win on the Bitcoin drop, right? And we rode it all the way down to this daily average. Now, we spent the grand majority of the day just chopping it up here. I did long. You guys saw me go long early in the morning up here. It was not a great entry. Got stopped out. Re-entered that long. Rode it up to the Asia high. Saw that we were sweeping this area, getting rejected. Closed my long there for the profit around $400 again. And then we came back down to the daily average and just chopped it up. And unfortunately, I did miss this major move to the upside. I wasn't looking at the charts. I was working on my secret indicator that nobody knows about, the secret project. Nobody knows about it yet, but I'm working on a secret indicator, right? And I was busy doing other stuff, creating content, and we had this major move to the upside going back up here, which is the gold pocket of this move, right? This move right here, which is what I was targeting in the initial move, right, to this low, right? Boom. Look at this gold pocket right here. And guess what? That's exactly what happened, right? When I got out of my long, the first time was we were getting rejected off this 382, and I was like, okay, time to jump out, and I closed, right? We came back, and eventually we smashed through the gold pocket and continued rocking up here to the gold pocket, and, you know, hit the target that I was looking for initially, but I wasn't in that trade. So it's okay. Took 2 trades, won 2 trades, took 3 trades, lost 1, and won 2. So overall, great, fantastic day of trading. We came back down here, started finding some support around this weekly point of control of 109.649, and then we've been chopping it up ever since around this area. So let's get rid of some of these gold pockets here. And that's what's been happening for Bitcoin throughout the rest of the day. And this little bit of sideways chop action, I knew we were going to at least come back and retest this 108 after having such a big move yesterday, being so high up, close to the Monday high and previous day high. We were going to come down to 108. That short worked out perfectly. And the Bitcoin dominance has been slipping, allowing altcoins to run. Uniswap is one of those altcoins that I've been talking to you guys about. One of the 5 altcoins that, as Ethereum continues to rally, is going to appreciate in value greatly, right? We've talked about Uniswap, we've talked about Pendo, we've talked about ENA. No, not ENA, sorry. Pendo, Lido, Aave, Maker, Uniswap. Those are the 5 altcoins that are going to continue appreciating in value as Ethereum continues to rally here. And so far, been playing out perfectly as that. You see Uniswap up 24.6%, Lido up 10.5%, Maker up 9.9% today. Aave also up 9.1%, and Pendo's the only one that's been slacking a little bit behind with only 3.5% up today. Compound too, yeah, Compound is definitely another one. Not as big as Aave or Maker, but yes, I do understand what you're saying about Compound. Ethereum is on fire. Theta 100%. Signs are really good, my friends. Yeah, signs are definitely on our side here. The odds are in our favor for Bitcoin to continue pushing up and making a new all-time high here relatively very soon, allowing altcoins to continue running into the end of this month of June. And we'll see what comes in quarter 2, but quarter 3, but quarter 2 so far has been fantastic. We had a little bit of a shakeout there when we dropped down to 103,000 last week, but man, what a massive recovery has it been. Let's jump back here into the chat. Appreciate everybody coming out here and hanging out. Let's see, what other altcoins should we look at? Tita says Solana. Let's go take a look at good old Solana here. Solana. Where are you? Here you go. All right, let me turn some of these indicators off. Let me zoom out here. All right, so Solana right now, right, obviously with that major drop last week, we came all the way down to 141, basically the value area high of the April range. We bounced off that area, started coming back up. We are currently hitting the bottom of the value area low of the May range. The targets within the May range are between 169 to 178. Getting above 178 is also going to be very important here, and actually closing a daily above 182, 184 is also going to be very important for Solana. As you can see here in the month of May, getting above 182 was some resistance, which is the value area high for May. We have 2 targets, which you guys have heard me talk about multiple times before in the past. 194 to 197 before we can run to 203, which is the value area high for quarter 1. Once we can break out of the quarter 1 range, our next target is this gold pocket here up at 225. Above that, we have targets at 235, 247 before running to the all-time high of 295 for Solana. Now, obviously, we do have some targets to the downside, and this is only going to be dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin pulls back, has a major crash, then obviously Solana will be dropping. If not, I don't expect Solana to drop, but we still have a gold pocket down at 129, monthly point of control for April at 129, monthly untapped average at 132, but really that's not something I'm looking at right now or really interested in, as we are in a pretty decent rally here with Bitcoin dominance dropping, Bitcoin pushing towards a new all-time high potentially, and Ethereum finally breaking out above 2711. It looks like altcoins are going to have a little mini altcoin season here if we continue going on up. So everything is working out so far right now, looking really good. A lot of price volatility lately, a lot of good trades to take. Appreciate everybody jumping in here, smashing those likes. Let's continue jumping back into the chat. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Let's see over here on the tubes. Zach Nasty in the house. What's going on? Uniswap pumping with Ethereum 100%. Nathan Johnson says XLR. Yeah, XLR is one that I covered earlier today in a video. If you guys haven't checked that out over on YouTube, definitely do so. Up 50% today. Up 50% today. So definitely go check out that video if you haven't seen it already. Blockchain Crusader on YouTube. Go check out my XLR video. What are some critical targets to the upside? What are some critical targets to the downside? Along with this right now. Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, very big move today. Don't know what caused such a massive move in XLR, but if you got it, you got it. Congratulations. Appreciate everybody in here. Let's continue going through the chat here. Let's see what else we got here in the chat. What about LaunchCoin? Don't know anything about LaunchCoin. You guys are being quiet tonight. You guys should be more excited than ever right now we could potentially be having a nice little altcoins, little mini altcoin season here in the next couple of weeks. Well, let's go jump on over to Zebec. Zebec has lost some critical support here. It looks like we might be closing a daily below our support of 0.0043, which is something you guys need to be quite aware of. Closing dailies below here is entering the monthly range for May, and our targets to the downside, if it continues, right, is 0.0036 to 0.0032, which is a gold pocket. Below that is 0.0028, and then the main target for the month of May overall is at 0.00118. Not saying that we have to go to those lows or that we will, but we need to be very careful here as we spend more time within this range. We do not have a lot of volume up here, right? We could start slipping lower and lower here for Zebec, and that is going to be a drastic drop for anybody that was definitely buying up here at 0.06 to 0.07. Zebec at 0.0041 now. Yeah, barely. What can you say about Pepe? Good old Pepe, man. I miss the good days of when meme coins actually meant something and they actually had good communities, and everybody would be waiting for the next major rally of that one altcoin and people would gather behind it. Those days are gone. Everybody's launching a new meme coin every other second, and it is literally there's no real meme coin communities anymore. Everybody's chasing a 100x. So let's see here. Where are we? Let me zoom out here a little bit. All right. So for the month of May, overall, Pepe had a slight pullback here with Bitcoin, obviously last week. We're back above our quarterly average. We're outside the value area high of the quarter one range. We have re-entered the May range. Our main point of control here to the upside is at 1391. Right, 4 zeros in the 4 zeros, 1391, getting above 1469 puts us back in the January range. And the January range, our main target to the upside is 1734 with a gold pocket up at 2029. If we measure these moves out from where we are right now to this first target of the May range, 6.6%. Second target, 33.71%. At 1748, and if we go up to the gold pocket, if we go up to the gold pocket, it's a 55.27% move to the upside, going up to 2029 for good old Pepe. If you're not buying GRT, what are you doing? Dude, honestly, there's a lot of other plays. The graph, right? GRT is really not a major performer, man. It's down 60.5% on the year. This is a coin that had a lot of hype back in 2021 when AI coins were really not a thing. AI was not even a thing in 2021. It's crazy to say that in literally less than 5 years, AI has completely changed the world. And now we have AI coins and we have all these things. But back in 2021, the graph was the next Google, right? The Google on the blockchain. And that's how it was marketed. That's the narrative behind it. It falls into the AI indexing narrative. But realistically, it's not a great performer overall. A lot of other greater AI projects out there. BitTensor Tau being one of them, right? Still up 24% on the year. Let's go check out on Render, even though Render is not really AI, it's more like Depend, down 52.1%. Even this thing is doing better than Render is doing better than the graph. And there's a bunch of other AI coins that are actually doing a little bit better as well. But, everyone's got their own choices. Everyone's got to do their own thing. Natasha, nice. Nice to meet you. The irony. We're back. My internet is back. All right. The main important thing here for Bitcoin, for Ethereum actually, is breaking above 2711. Getting above 2711 was critical because we were being held down by this resistance multiple times throughout the month of May. Now that we have 20 minutes, unless something drastic happens, I do not believe Ethereum is going to break down below 2711 today. So we're going to get our first daily close above 27.11 since February of 2025. This opens up the gateway for Ethereum to start running to $29 up to $3,100. That is the big move. Clay the Great in the house. Hooty hoo, what's going on, Clay the Great? Good to see you. Let's see here. Nothing has changed on the graph other than not really having marketing, but have fun building dApps without it. I get it. There's a lot of projects out there that have great technology, terrible marketing. And unfortunately, if you have a great product, but you don't know how to market that great product, nobody's going to use it. Nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to be part of it, right? You can have the next world's best ever product. If you don't know how to market it, nobody's going to know about it. And if nobody knows about it, people are not going to find it. So, ICP has the same struggle. Great technology for building. Guess what? Terrible marketing. Nobody uses ICP. It's just one of those things. Just one of those things. Unfortunately, we live in a world where we're in the attention economy. And if you're not buying people's attention, if you're not in front of people's faces, you don't exist. And that just is the way it works with all these millions and millions and millions of altcoins that we have now, right? Everyone is in AI. Everyone's trying to do something. And if you don't know how to get in front of people and get people's attention and persuade people on how you're much better and different than the rest of the competition, people just won't find it. People can't find it anymore. It's not like back in the day when there was only like 1,000 coins and you could get found just by being a good product and you didn't need all this marketing. Now you need lots of marketing. If not, people will not find you. The problem with most chains is that they're all nerds with no marketing teams. Yep, 100% Clay the Great. I 100% agree with that. You can have the world's greatest tech. If you don't have a marketing team, you're cooked. Filecoin. Let's go take a look at Filecoin. Oops. Filecoin down 52.8% on the year as well. Like Render up 5% today. Let's go take a look at Filecoin here. I don't believe I have a chart set up, but I can set one up decently quickly here for you guys. Let's just do Filecoin US dollar on. All right. Not been doing great as I can see, but let's quickly get Q4 of 2024 here just for some kicks. Boom, all the way to the end of December. Boom. Let's get Q1 to the end of March. All right. Let's get April's range. Not much going on here. I can tell you that. And then let's get May range. Come on. Let's get some quarterlies here. All right. Come on now. Here we go. Boom. Untapped quarterly average. Let's get some monthlies here as well. All right. So after a quick and dirty little chart here, overall, let's get a gold pocket as well. Let's get a gold pocket. I'll find my magnet. Gotta look around. Boom. All right. Currently looking at Filecoin here. So Filecoin overall, right, in the month of June right now, we are still below the May range. We're in the April range, which is lined up with the value area low of Q1. Getting into the May range, we do have an NPOC at 286. We're currently at 273, so we're not far, very short-term target. Getting above 315, we do have two targets. Main target to the upside within the Q1 range is 362 and 382. Those are the two big targets to the upside within the Q1 range. Once we can start getting above 428 to 455, right, 455 to 481, we can break out of the Q1 range, Main target up here is a monthly at 514, and then we have the gold pocket up at 626. No guarantees we're going to visit all these levels all the way to the upside once again. Obviously, this is some big moves. To our big target here is 39%. To our second big target is 86%. And to the gold pocket, it's 126% move to the upside. No guarantee we're going to push all the way up there for Filecoin again, but you never know. Those are the targets to the upside. We're currently pretty much right above the all-time lows of 233 for the year of 2025 so far. Those are the targets. Appreciate everybody in here. Appreciate all you guys smashing those. Like, did I miss the ETH updates? Unfortunately, you did. You have missed the Ethereum updates. I will circle back to Ethereum here in a second. At some point, let's go take a look at Bitcoin's pushing, man. Bitcoin's pushing. We're pushing back towards that not all-time high, that previous day high, man. We are pushing. Look at this thing, man. Look at this thing. We're pushing towards the daily open right now. We're back at $110,000. How wild is this, right? Wild west right now. So it's insane. Yep. Currently at 110,000. Ethereum is at 2,800. Solana's at 164. And good old Cardano is still at 71 cents, man. When is this thing going to hit $3? When is Cardano going to hit $3, man? Oh, man. No problem. Yeah, we'll definitely circle back. You think we will hit 118K soon on Bitcoin? Yeah, absolutely. Our next big push here, once we can start breaking above the all-time high right of 112, the next big push is going to go somewhere between 115 to 120, most likely. That's going to be the next big push, right? Those are the targets that I'm thinking that we're going to go towards. And we'll see. We'll see if we can range up there, if we can sustain those levels for any amount of time, a week or so, or longer. We're definitely going to see a major altcoin season as Bitcoin dominance begins to drop at those all-time highs. Now, if we just go up there and we wick right back down and we start having major rejections and starting to show some more weakness, then we have to be careful, right? Could be a one last little rally, right, towards a new all-time high before pulling back down and altcoins getting crushed. We know that Bitcoin, when it pulled back from its previous high of 109 down to 76,000, it was only a 36% drop for Bitcoin overall. The altcoins were smashed for like 80, 90%. So we don't want to be losing that 100K if we push up to 120. We lose that 100K after pushing to 120. Oh, see ya later, alligator. Those altcoins are going to be decimated. That would be awesome, man. I hope so. Yeah, dude, I hope so too. We're definitely going to be keeping an eye on it, following it level by level, right? Anything can happen. There's no guarantee we're going to go to 115 to 120. We could get rejected. Anything can happen as we're trying to break out. So we have to take it day by day, week by week, month by month, and continue to follow the information as we see it. In the Crypto Citadel, we continue to take day trades, right? So today we shorted. People were excited yesterday, but guess what? We shorted. The day before yesterday, yesterday we shorted too. Today we shorted. Yesterday we shorted. We've been taking a lot of shorts. I just been paying attention to that. We've been taking a lot of shorts here for Bitcoin. Yeah, just a lot of shorts have been playing out, man. Very easy. A lot of FOMO into the rallies, and boom. We did take a long back on the fourth. Got stopped out the first time. Then I took it again. Boom, made a good chicken winner dinner there. But yeah, a lot of shorts. No, look, another long on the third as well. Little trading journal here. Zebec, previous day high as well. We took a little bit of a long setup here. Yeah, a lot of things happening here in the Crypto Citadel, taking trades every single day. So it doesn't matter if price is going up, price is going down. We are taking trades in the Crypto Citadel every single day, along with, even if you're not a trader, a lot of macro long-term analysis for people that are long-term holders. We'll probably be doing an exclusive live stream in there tomorrow just to get a good market update and potentially maybe do some live trading in there as well, explain some stuff to the new people that are trying to get into trading, and just really, look out for the people. I pray for more $9 AVAX. Clay the Great, man. AVAX, man, is super underrated. I'm super bullish on AVAX, but man, I'm so tired of a $20 AVAX, dude. AVAX needs to be at $100 plus, and AVAX is struggling, man, struggling to get above $50, right? Just hovering over the $20 area continuously. AVAX needs to reclaim its place as a true layer one, right? It has a ton of real world assets. It's got crypto gaming, the only blockchain with real legit crypto gaming that is being massively adopted out in the real world is happening on AVAX. We are seeing so many things happen on AVAX, and AVAX is still just sitting down at $20, man. This is $100 plus coin for sure. And I don't understand what is taking so long for it to get there. But we will continue to follow it along. Let's see here. Somebody says, Sui. Let's go take a look at Sui. Let's go take a look at Sui. Sui right here. Let's jump out to the daily here for Sui. Let me turn off my trading indicators. Sui. So yeah, Sui came down and hit all of our targets to the downside. I honestly did expect the Bitcoin to drop down to 96,000, so I was expecting it to drop a little bit lower. Came down to as low as 284, quickly bounced right back up above the value area high of April range and started to reclaim some targets. Hit our target of 353 today, having a little bit of resistance here. Obviously, it's a monthly untapped average, and it's the value area low of May, so no big deal. But as Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to rally, Sui will continue to rally as well. Once Sui is back within its May range, right, our targets are up at 388 to 390. Once we can get above the value area high for May, which is at $4.07, major resistance at these levels. As you can see here, all throughout the month of May, we were trying to stay above $4 and we kept getting rejected. Once we can close some dailies above 407, our next big target to the upside for Sui is 481. Let's see here. Bitcoin to 120. Daily candles might close above 110. Yeah, man. Daily candles might close. We got 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left. We're currently at 110.246, which is extremely bullish for the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin. What time does the daily candle close EST? 8 p.m. Eastern. We are 8 minutes away from the daily close. 8 minutes away, guys. It will happen while we're live here on the stream. Look at this daily candle today. Ignore all these lines. We had a massive wick all the way down to 108, and we're about to close this bad boy with the slightest sliver of green. Slightest little sliver of green. We're trying to break above the daily open. Hopefully this is not the indication of a spinning top of some kind to or a little mini hammer or whatever the heck they call this thing before pushing back down. Really hope that's not the case here. We need to start closing here. As you guys can see, we've only been above 109 one other time, right? Back on May 22nd, when we hit 112, was the only daily candle in history that actually closed above 109. And the next day was a massive red candle. Massive red candle. Today, well, yesterday, I should say, yesterday, we closed above 109 again for the second time in history for Bitcoin. And all of today's trading day has been negative to the downside, which was not a surprise to me, right? We took the shorts in the crypto citadel, yada, yada, yada. If we can close this bad boy in the green today, closing above, the previous day close. Oh man, what was that? Got a little burp action going on. Appreciate you guys spending in those gifts. Very, very bullish if we can start closing above the daily open here of today and start pushing towards 110.796. We're gonna be pushing for new all-time highs here very, very soon. So guys, very exciting stuff happening for the altcoins. Bitcoin dominance, not altcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is also dropping. Very, very bullish for crypto overall. How much money I can make if I invest $1,000? Logic Trader, are you talking about trading with $1,000, or are you talking about investing like long-term holds with $1,000? Those are two very different scenarios. It blows my mind that the price is so suppressed. Yeah, Clay the Great, I agree, man. I don't know why AVAX is so suppressed. Let's see here. What is the price that you think Sol can reach by the end of 2025? realistically, by the end of this cycle, whether the end happens in 2025 or later into 2026, I do believe that the total top for Solana is going to be somewhere between 300 and 500 bucks. I don't think it goes, and 500 bucks, I'm honestly being a little generous. I don't think it goes much higher than that. I know a lot of people are talking about $1,000 plus Solana, but man, think about it. 2024 had the largest meme coin frenzy we've ever seen in history with Pump.Fund. And what have they done? Solana ran up to about 295 after the president of the United States of America launched 2 meme coins back to back within the same week. And it went up to 295. What event is going to take Solana above $500? That's larger than those 2 events I just mentioned. The problem is that Pump.Fund has so much Solana from all the trading fees and from everybody losing so much money on meme coins that they dump Solana onto the market like wildfire. And that is what's keeping Solana's price from ever going up to $1,000. That's just my personal thought. That's just my personal thoughts there. Have you looked into Flock at all? I know its chart looked bad, but recently it's been going up. No, I haven't looked at that. Got to take a look at it. Let's see here. Would like to learn to trade long and short profits. Where can I get a small tutorial? Definitely in the Crypto Citadel, you can get a small tutorial for that for sure. So if you're interested in that, you can always just sign up or, just send me a DM. We can talk about it. Bro, do you think Bitcoin will reach 10 million per coin in the future? That's a potential possibility, but there's things that people need to realize with that. One, that's not going to happen anytime soon, right? I think best case scenario by 2030, by the end of this decade, Bitcoin reaches somewhere around $750 to $1 million tops. So a $10 million Bitcoin, yes, I believe it's possible. It'll be deep into the 2030s, if anything. And the only reason why that's another thing that can happen is not just the prolonged amount of time, the level of adoption and whatever, but the amount of money printing that's going to happen, right? Currently, right now, the president, Mr. Cheeto Man himself, is talking about getting rid of the debt ceiling. Getting rid of the debt ceiling. I thought we were here to lower spending, right, with the Doge. And his big, beautiful bill or whatever it is getting rid of the majority of the stuff that Doge is accomplishing within the first year. And now he's also talking about getting rid of the debt ceiling completely, just completely getting rid of it. So money printer just goes burr forever, right? No worries about budgets. No worry about, hey, maybe Congress is spending too much. No, what's the big deal? There's no ceiling. There's no debt. It's like having an infinite credit card, a credit card with no limit. You can just swipe that bad boy forever. Don't worry. Just make the minimum payment on it and keep on spending, bad boy. That's it. Like it's wild. And that level of money printing, we've already printed 80% of the money of circulating US dollars in the last 5 years, right? Within the whole fog around the world, within those first 2 years from 2021 to like 2023, we printed over 80% of the circulating supply of US dollars right now. Now we're talking about getting rid of debt ceiling. Now we're talking about, the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates. They're buying up billions of dollars in the bond market, getting ready to go back into quantitative easing. Money print to go burr. That's why Bitcoin at $10 million in 2030 plus after 2030 is not a wild idea at all. Is not a wild idea at all. That was disappointing for sure. When does this become Argentina? Dude, 100%. Exactly, 100%. When does this become a third world country that we just completely devalue the dollar to absolute zero? That would devalue the dollar. Yeah, 100% will devalue the dollar. No spending limit. Why not? Swipe, 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 swipe. Spend, spend, spend. Buy, buy, buy. And it's just wild. It's just wild. What do you think of ETH? I think Ethereum is awesome. I love me some Ethereum. I've been a long-term holder of Ethereum ever since back in 2017, I first bought Ethereum at $284. And then I was able to dollar cost average that bad boy all the way down to $80 throughout 2018 to 2020 before the big move to the upside. So been a long-term holder of Ethereum. I think Ethereum now finally breaking above the 2711 resistance, super hyper critical area to break above. As you can see here, once again in the chart, I know a lot of people are asking about it because it's such a big green candle. This thing is massive, closing above 2,700, definitely showing massive strength that Ethereum is getting ready to run for the macro gold pocket up at $3,100 above the Q1 value area high, which is very, very awesome. Okay, daily close just happened. Boom, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, guys. We got the daily close here. So let's start turning on our trading indicators here. Boom, bing, bang, right? We got the daily, we got the previous day high, right? Oh, no, not this indicator. That's a secret. That's a secret. We got the daily close here. We've got the daily close. We've got the daily close. Oh, we gotta get our 15-minute range here. Come on. Come on now. Boom. Let's send it. Yeah, having a little bit of a pullback here. No big surprise. I will be waiting for a little bit of a previous day sweep here. Even though we might not get it, we might just pull all the way back. I am expecting a pullback to at least this daily NPLC down at 27. Always wait for the pullback, guys. Always wait for the pullback. That should be number one key phrase for any trader. Always wait for the pullback. So we do have, not the monthly, man. We need a daily here. Boom. Yep. Untapped daily average. Bing, bang, boom. Here we go. Right now, I will be waiting for Ethereum to potentially sweep this previous day high, maybe pull back down to 27.64 to 27.38 before jumping into another long here for Ethereum. Right now, obviously, can't just blindly go long. We have been in a pretty steep uptrend overall. We might not get the pullback. We might just get the skyrocket. That's fine. If we get the skyrocket, I'll wait for it at the top, and I'll take the short at the top for Ethereum. Let's jump on over to Bitcoin here. But let's see. So let's see what Bitcoin. How did Bitcoin close? Let's get rid of this gold pocket over here. This is no longer valid. All right. Let's get rid of this daily average as well. We already hit that. Get rid of this. I'll keep this weekly MPLC up there. It's not an MPLC anymore, but I'll keep it just in case. Let's get our previous day range here for Bitcoin. Doing this live. I'm going to be posting this later in the Crypto Citadel. All right. We've got our daily NPLC. We have our daily NPLC down at 109,300. So that's something to keep an eye on. We have the previous day high right above us here at 110,387. So wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a sweep of the previous day high before pulling back down to 109,300. That's okay. That is something that I'll be looking for a short if we get that sweep. Probably going to be happening over the Asia trading session here. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen during the Asia trading session. So we'll have to stay up late to catch that trade, or we can just wait for tomorrow morning. If we are already at these lows, then we'll be looking for a long around these lows here for Bitcoin to the upside. Let's get a little bit of a gold pocket action from this low. Come on now. From this low to the previous day high. Gold pocket. Yeah. Interesante. Diamond, yeah, stay up late, brother. Definitely. I'll definitely be staying up late. Oh, at least I'll try. I hope I don't pass out or something. That's definitely a possibility. Can you show the chart you're talking about? You can see it on YouTube or on or wherever else I am live, Twitter or whatever it is that I'm live at. Let's see here. You can definitely see it in the Crypto Citadel. There's going to be a lot of updates and signals for trades in there. When will we be pulled back again? Yeah, we could potentially have a pullback today. A lot of things closed very close to the previous day high. So if we see a sweep, meaning we pierce the previous day high and then close below it with a wick, right, then that is a reversal signal for sure. So we could sweep 110,396. And if we do, we'll probably be pulling back to maybe as low as 109,300. That would be the area I'll be looking for. Do have a gold pocket down at 109.46. Don't think we'll pull back down that low, but you never know. But yeah, I would be looking for that short. I would be taking that trade if it presents itself. Appreciate all of you guys tapping those likes. Can Algo reach $2? Most likely not, man. Realistically, most likely not. Algo has gotten nowhere near its previous all-time highs in the last year of 2024 after major rallies. I don't see that thing going to $2 in any way, case, or form. Zebec going down lower. Let's go take a look at Zebec. Zebec continued to close the daily, man. It closed the daily. We do have an untapped average up here at 0.0040. We're currently at 0.004265. The untapped average is at 0.004835. So we could push a little bit higher for overall Zebec, but you know, not good, man. It's not good that Zebec closed a daily within its previous day, within its previous month range, right? Within the May range. Not really good that we closed there. We finally broke the support at 0.0043. We could get a little bit of a push to the upside, but realistically, staying within this, the longer we stay within this range, the more likely that Zebec is going to continue pulling back. It's going to continue pulling back here for sure. Let's see here. Bitcoin's pulling back already. Not surprised if we don't get the sweep. We are pretty close to that previous day high anyways. That's okay. I'll wait. I'll let the drop happen. I'll let the trade come to me. I don't have to be rushing into trades. I'll let the trade come to me, and we'll take a long if we come down to this gold pocket. I'm gonna call you El Crypto Papi. What's going on, Papi Chulo? What's going on, really? Hi, bro. Do you think lower time frame averages and NPOCs work as well, like an hourly NPOC and hourly averages? Yeah, 100%. Definitely averages, untapped averages, and you know, I don't focus too much on the hourly averages, but I trade more on the 15-minute and higher time frames. I use a little bit of the 3 to 5 minute kind of stuff, but I use all my averages to be on the daily or higher time frames, weekly, daily, monthly. Those usually work out a lot better. Avalanche, please. Aerodrome. Let's go. Everybody smash those likes, baby. Smash those likes. Keep on tapping it. Let's get it. Ondo to $5 to $10. Don't think so, man. I am bullish on Ondo, but I'm pulling back on how far Ondo can really run. I'll be surprised. I'll be ecstatic if we get back above 165 for Ondo and send it to at least back to its previous all-time high of 2 something. I'll be super ecstatic for Ondo at that point in time. But realistically, you know, anything's possible. We could have the world's greatest, largest altcoin season that we've never seen ever before in the history of mankind, and we run for like 6 months to a year nonstop, which obviously has never happened, which is hard to predict and foresee. But if that were to happen, then obviously anything can happen. Are you looking at longing ETH? Yes, Karen, I am looking to long ETH. I'm looking to long Bitcoin as well. Currently, we closed we're very close to the previous day highs, so I am expecting a little bit of a pullback first, and then looking for some support here. Like Bitcoin has a gold pocket down at 109.46. We have the daily NPOC at 109.300. I'll be looking for this area to potentially take along to push back to the upside for Bitcoin. Ethereum, something very similar, right? We closed right at the previous day high. We're kind of actually sweeping this area as we speak. The previous day high for Ethereum could be actually potentially jumping into a short here very soon if we do close below it and sweep this area, right? It's a 6 minute. We still got 6 minutes. We'll see how far this goes. But if it does, I'd be taking a short on Ethereum to at least down to 27.64, maybe 27.38 if we sweep the previous day high. If we sweep it. Where is the golden pocket on Bitcoin? The golden pocket is down at 109.46. 109.46 is the local golden pocket for Bitcoin right now. Let's see here. AVAX. People were talking about AVAX. Let me see. Avalanche. Where's my long-term chart here for AVAX? Jumping out to the daily here for AVAX. Let me turn off my trading indicator. AVAX has gone back above into the main range, getting back above 22.24. Next target is 23.51. Real target we need to get above is 26.36. Getting above 26.36, this quarterly average where we got rejected multiple times throughout the month of May, allows us to run to the value area high for quarter one, which is around $28, give or take. And then we have a weekly untapped average at 29. This like $29 to $30 range has been major support and resistance in the past. Once we can get above $29, we have big targets up at 36 to about between $36 to $41 for Avalanche. Let's go take a look at Ethereum again. I am potentially interested in taking a short on it if we get the sweep. I think we're getting it. Yeah, buddy. We might be getting it. We might be getting it. I don't know. We might be getting it. It's a little risky right now, let me tell you. We still got 4 minutes on this thing. Daily candles open and went straight down. Usually that means we see higher by the next daily close. Maybe, yeah, definitely. I mean, we closed very close to the previous day high. Usually leads to a sweep of the previous day high. Whoa, the baby crusaders are back. The baby crusaders are back. They're back for a vengeance. For sure. Let's see here. Let me start. Am I signed in? No, I'm not signed into my exchange. Oh, geez, Louise. They are excited, let me tell you. That's how excited they are for Ethereum pumping. They are excited. Hear all that excitement? Yeah, buddy. That's my life all day, every day. All day, every day. Signing into my exchange here real quick. Come on, man. Got to do all this authenticator stuff. Jeez Louise. Come on. Come on. Come on, log me in. What's going on here? That's not, geez Louise. I gotta log into this thing as well. Give me a second here, guys. Might miss this trade because of all these damn logins. Not being able to log in to my exchange, so I can take this potential Ethereum short here if we do get the sweep of the previous day high. Come on, man. No, I don't need my phone number right now. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Come on. And we're in. All right, cool. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Come on. Of course, now my computer decides to go slower than ever. My goodness. Just full on tortoise mode. It's like, oh, you're trying to get into a trade? Let's go really slow. Really, really slow. As slow as humanly possible. Let's go as slow as humanly possible. Okay. All right, let's see. Is my order going to fill? We'll see here in just a second. Sorry, guys, for glad you guys are keeping up here. Let's see if my order fills here. This is a very high risk trade for the simple fact that this thing could just completely skyrocket and rocket to the moon as Bitcoin is going sideways. Bitcoin dominance is dropping. But, you know, got a little sweep here on the Ethereum previous day high. So I am jumping into a little short here just for the funs of it. Just for the fun of it. So we'll see here if this thing can sustain itself or not. $27.60. Oh, it's still pushing back up here. Let's see here. Oh, this is, hold on. Sorry, this is percent. Come on, man. Here we go. Oh, not 2,900. That's a terrible stop loss. What am I doing? What am I doing? All these baby crusaders screaming everywhere got me going crazy. All right. Like I said, terrible short here. Not a great entry. This thing could just continue to skyrocket to the upside. Ethereum is having a very strong move to the upside, but I took a very minor small short just for the fun of it in case we did sweep the previous day high. We could just continue rocketing to the moon. That's definitely a possibility, but we will see. Ethereum target for this cycle. Well, right now we need to see, we have closed above 28, above 27.11, which is a major move for Ethereum to the upside. Closing above this area is a very, very strong move for Ethereum to start running towards 29 to 3,100. That is the big, big move to the upside for Ethereum right now. Yeah, Ethereum is still wanting to break through that previous day high. Bitcoin is just chopping sideways. Bitcoin dominance continues to drop here. We just dropped to 63.99% for Bitcoin dominance. This thing keeps slipping. Ethereum and the altcoins are going to continue running. Ethereum and the altcoins are going to continue running if Bitcoin dominance continues to drop here. Bitcoin dominance dropping is amazing for the altcoins right now, let me tell you. So yeah, Ethereum targets overall in the long scheme of things, I do believe between $6,000 to $8,000 overall for Ethereum in the long term of this cycle. Appreciate all of you guys smashing the likes here. Just jumped into a very short-term short here on Ethereum. Currently, we swept the previous day high on the previous 15-minute candle. This second 15-minute candle, we're kind of struggling to get above the previous day high once again. We still have 11 minutes left. It could completely go against me and stop me out for sure. But right now, so far, looking like it's okay. I'm not planning on jumping into a long for Ethereum at these levels. I can tell you that. I would definitely be waiting for a retrace down to 27.64 to 27.38 for a potential long for Ethereum to continue moving to the upside first. But if Bitcoin dominance continues to drop, then yeah, Ethereum is going to continue running. Shorting right now with all this bullish momentum is risky to short anything. Yeah, guaranteed anything is risky to short for sure, but you can't be longing at the tops, right? You can't long at the tops. Like the tops are for shorting, and it's meanwhile you keep a very tight stop loss, right? Then I have literally no reason not to take the short, right? It's hitting one of my critical support zones of resistance zones right now, sweeping it. And if we get that sweep, I'm going to take the short. If it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out. That's fine. That's what stop losses are for. Keep them nice and tight. Lose what, 150 to maybe $250. But if this short plays out, I'm going to be making somewhere between $600 to $1,000. So the risk versus reward plays out there. You know, so far, so good. We'll see if Bitcoin continues, if Ethereum continues to drop here. So far, it's playing out. Let's see, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is also pulling back straight from the value area high, just pulling back already, going back down, and that's definitely helping Ethereum drop as well. Ethereum so far, yep, dropping. It's dropping right now. Nothing big, still just at 28.15. But meanwhile, we stay below the previous day high, and we continue to get these sweeps of the previous day high resistance. That means that this short is getting stronger and stronger by the second. Stronger and stronger by the second. Currently up $126 on my short. That's fantastic. Let's see here. You guys can see that right here. Boom. Well, starting to move back against me here. Only $85, $95. But see, getting this little sweep of the previous day high here. Swept in the previous one. So it's kind of sweeping it again. Still has 9 minutes. Obviously, it can go against me at any moment. Stop me out. But so far, so good on this trade right now. You guys can see up $110, 4.5%, 20x short on Solana. Well, up $161. Let's go, baby. We're printing, baby. We're printing. Send it down to 27.64, baby. Send it. Send it all the way down. Send it all the way down. Trigger entry for the short diamond. The trigger entry was the previous day high, which was somewhere around 28.26. If you could have caught a little bit higher at 28.34, but you know, still not a terrible entry here at 28.15. You're just gonna have to keep a tighter stop loss. You might get wicked out. We're still right at the daily open, but if we get this 8-minute candle to close here in the red below the previous day high, this thing Ethereum could be dropping back down to, 27.80 to about 27.64. So that was the trigger right there. Was that sweep? Oh, there it goes. It's starting to drop now. 28.10, 28.10. It's slipping. It's slipping. It's slipping. Up $210 right now, baby. Let's go. Up $210 right now, live right here in front of all of you guys. That's how you take a short, baby. That's how you take a short. When everybody's hyped up, when everybody wants to go long, Crusader's going short, bro. Crusader. Where do you see ETH with this daily close? Man, we'll see. Ethereum could pull back all the way down to 27.64, maybe even 27.38. Currently, I'm shorting Ethereum right now. No big deal. But overall, in the macro scheme of things, right, on the daily time frame and above, now that we've closed above 2,700, I do see Ethereum running for 3,100 in the next couple of days, next week or whatever. Do you let your group copy trade, or do you just post your trades? I trade. I let them post. I post my signals when I take trades. Usually I don't take trades at this time or anything like that. So I didn't post this one in the Crypto Citadel. I also try to make sure that whatever I do post in the Crypto Citadel contains the minimal amount of risk. This is a bit of a higher risk short for sure. And it was a very quick entry point too. Like it closed, the day closed. We went right above it to the previous day high and started sweeping below it. Not enough time for my group members to get in. So not something that I would post in there for them unless there's enough time for them to actually be able to see it and take advantage of it and contain a little bit less risk, right? So overall, no, I do post my trades there. I do post my signals. You guys can see here. These are all the signals that I've been posting here. Oh, man, these are really old signals since the 4th, right? I've been posting just getting shorts, just boom, 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 getting a lot of Bitcoin shorts overall. But yeah, this is my first ETH short in quite a while actually. So yeah, enjoying this short so far. Let's see where we're at right now. We're up $214, up 8.76%. Let's go. Let's go. Drop it like it's hot, baby. Drop it like it's hot. If you aren't in the Crypto Citadel, you definitely do so. Join with the link down below or in the profile. use the promo code Citadel to get 50% off when signing up. Appreciate all of you guys in here. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys hanging out with me today, watching me take this trade, hanging out with me, joining the Crypto Citadel. If you haven't done so already, definitely do so. I'll see you guys later tomorrow in the Crypto Citadel in my next live stream. I'm going to be heading out. Going to go put the baby crusaders to bed. Until next time, see ya.